Hey everyone, this is Paige from Paige Budgets. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a mid-paycheck check-in on our sinking funds. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a closeout on our last paycheck budget sheet, although it's not completely the end of that paycheck week, but it is close. And then we're going to go ahead and do our new paycheck budget sheet for our paychecks on the 15th and the 18th. I'm going to show you my new sinking fund paycheck sheet that I made as well, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So stay tuned. Okay, everyone. So welcome back. I hope your guys' weeks are going well. Mine has been kind of up and down. My son got sick. He has an ear infection and just like a cold. He then gave that cold to my husband and I, so I do sound a little nasally, so I'm sorry about that. I'm finally feeling better, which is why this video is probably not going up at the usual time on like Friday or Saturday. It's probably gonna go up late Sunday or maybe tomorrow. I haven't quite decided yet, Monday the 14th. So yeah, we're a bit behind. Everyone's been sick. Not gonna lie, we spent quite a bit more money on eating out than we had hoped. Because, you just get lazy when you're sick and when you've been up all night and you're tired, and the last thing you want to do is make food and then clean a bunch of dishes. So that's been an unfortunate part of this week, but I'm not super mad at us. We still have money. We haven't spent all of our money. We're not in the negative. We paid all of our bills, except for some that haven't come out quite yet. But still, I'm very happy about where we're at. And I'm sorry if my camera shakes. I rearranged some areas in my house. I moved my desk into one of our spare rooms, and there's just not a good place to put my my boom arm for the camera. It's one of the C-clamp ones, which I have, and so it's like C-clamped to my desk, which is great and it makes it very functional. However, anytime I move, it shakes, and so I'm gonna try to limit it too much. I'm so sorry though if it does happen. I'm working on getting a standing tripod that I can set on the floor, and hopefully that'll be a little bit better. So I might have that by next time I film. We'll see. So anyway, I guess we'll start with the budget closeout for this past budget. So as you can see, this is on a different formatted sheet than I had when I did the budget for that video. So I decided to kind of move some things around, and I actually decided to do a landscape layout as opposed to like a portrait full layout. And the reason I did this is because I felt like you could kind of move things around a little bit more. It wasn't, like I felt like I could only put a few things in certain spots, and it just felt weird. I'm still working on it. It might change again. And I've added a couple things to this. I forgot to put like total, have little total marks right here. So you'll notice that on the one I do today. And then there's another thing that changed on the sinking fund sheet. But, it might move around. I'm trying to make this perfect for myself. Maybe one day I'll get an Etsy. I don't know. If this is something that you guys would think that you'd like, I guess just let me know. Having an Etsy, doing digital products is never really a goal, but I've found a little bit of a passion in the design of this stuff, and it's kind of interesting to me. But if you don't think you'll ever use it, then not a big deal, I guess. So anyway, we'll kind of go ahead and move on. So this is from our October 31st and November 4th paychecks. So I guess that we'd have $3,850. We actually ended up with $4,356. When you saw my cash stuffing video, that we had a $300 difference. And I wonder if I can zoom just a little bit more here so you can maybe see it. There, we'll see how that goes. So we had a little bit more of a difference there. We had an extra day on that trivia check, and then we did use some more of his cash that, you know, we would have normally saved for this next cash stuffing. So this next cash stuffing is probably gonna be a little bit lower, which is totally fine. We needed the money now, and that's just how that went. So, gas and groceries. Actually, I'm gonna pause real quick and I'm gonna show you this real fast. So I got a new wallet, and let me just take my license out because I forgot to do that. I got a new wallet. I got this at JCPenney. I had a, uh-oh, is that my son? Oh, just moving around. Are you waking up? Waking up. Okay. Welcome back. Sorry about that. My son woke up, so I went to go make sure, give him his binky basically, so he'd go back to sleep. But anyway, so I got this wallet at JCPenney. I had a gift card, a $25 gift card, and I think I ended up paying $1 and like 70 some cents. So $1 and 70 some cents for this wallet. I'll take it. They didn't really have a whole lot of selection, unfortunately, but I did like this one quite a bit. So it's a trifold wallet. And then what's really nice about it is it has this like accordion section. So they each have different names. So like this one says cash, and I'm hoping you can see that. And then this says receipts, and then this one says coupons. So obviously, you know, if I want to do that, I can. But right now it's just, I put grocery money in here, gas money in this one, and then eat out money in this one. And then, you know, you got all your cards and stuff, and then there's like room in here for more cash. I typically keep my cash that I put back in the bank in here. I don't typically do that a lot, but if I have to, it's there, or I'll keep my own spending money in there if I have some that I want. But anyway, so to kind of catch you up, right now we have 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have $35 here left in gas, which we're both gonna need to have gas. Thankfully, I get paid on Tuesday, so I think we should make it just fine until then. So that's my new wallet, and kind of catches you up there. So grocery money, spent it all. Gas, we have 35, so we spent 105 so far. Eating out, we've definitely gone over $110. That's all I'm gonna say. We've gone over that by quite a bit. Vacation, we added 305, and there's 305 still there. Sorry. And then we put $105 into car, which we have still been able to keep that there. And this is actually 410, not 405. We've paid most of our bills. Some of this stuff has not come out yet. Like it comes out, I think, tomorrow, those 3. So once that comes out, I'll total it up. And then the biggest thing, so you'll notice here is like this section that's kind of, I have a line here to kind of separate it. And then I have up here is like remainder. So the reason I did this is so I can budget what I want to put in my sinking funds, but knowing that we have a variable cash tip amount every cash stuffing, and we aren't ever sure how much he's going to get from his bar check. You know, it just depends on how many hours he works, what his hourly tip is, like tip rate is. So, you know, and then he gets paid hourly from them too. But like, it's just not, it's so variable. It's hard to get an amount and keep it that. So I've been doing a lot of like erasing with my erasable pen and like rewriting things out like over and over and over again. So what I want to do is write a budget. And then I'll go into my sinking funds page here in just a minute. So this is a paycheck sinking fund sheet. You'll notice that it's going to be a little bit different looking than the one I'm going to present to you today. Oh, the other one that we're going to work on today. Just did a little bit of shifting around and things like that. So I had initially thought like, oh, we could write in like what category or, you know, whatever. But then I'm like, well, sheet is for me. So I kind of kept each box to its own cash envelope binder or sinking fund binder or whatever kind of binder you want to, you know, you label yours as. I'm going to get a third binder at some point. I'm hoping maybe by December. And so I kind of thought about ways to rearrange my envelopes I want to add into that binder, like into the binders and things like that. So that's why I have 3 here, even though technically I only have 2. And then some of these categories are really small, but once I add more envelopes, they'll be a little bit bigger. And then I have like a total section and then a difference. So if we added a lot or if we took out a lot, you know, we can keep track of that there. So we put $70 into my husband's. He has 0. He spent that all. I think I have like 50 some dollars left. We'll go through that in a minute. I do anticipate having buying something here soon, so I might not put mine in quite yet. And then gifts has $5. So we did spend a little bit on Christmas. I bought a couple things at Hobby Lobby. I really want to go on a Hobby Lobby like love rant right now. All I'm gonna say is their stuff is really cheap. They had a 60% off sale on Christmas, so I went a little crazy. I bought quite a few things, but it was only $60, and I bought 2 rolls of wrapping paper. Okay, the big rolls, thick rolls, the rolls that are like 400 and some feet long. Okay, for $4. I bought 2, each of them are $4. You cannot get that at Target. So anyway, and then I had a couple decor pieces. There's some really great stuff there. I took a lot of it back because my son ended up getting sick, and we ended up having to get an antibiotic. That cost us $20 copay for that. We had to buy Motrin and Tylenol twice, and we didn't have enough room on our HSA card because of some recurring payments that come out of that for one of our hospital bills. And guys, Motrin, a 1 fluid ounce or like 1 fluid ounce plus or something like that, $13 or $14 for one of those. I was shocked. I mean, Tylenol's like $7. So I'm like, why is it double for pretty much the same amount? It was shocking to me. So we ended up spending a lot of money on that. And then, like I said, eating out. And then my husband went and got his eyes tested, and they were like, well, we can dilate, or we can do this, like, I don't know, it's like some sort of digital image of his eyes. And that ended up being up $40. And he had to do one or the other, or he'd have to reschedule, and he didn't want to have to reschedule. So we just decided to do that. And yeah, so we had to take from some of our other, cash envelopes categories. Bummer, but it happens. Anyway, so that's that. So I'm going to do a quick check-in here in just a second. I'm actually going to zoom out just a little. And we'll get back to this in just a second. So I'm actually going to just trying not to get the camera too riled up here. So I'm going to just write the start amount. So how I have this is the amount that's in there currently, the amount I'm going to put in there, and then the ending amount once I cash stuff. And so that number will just be like that. And then the next go round, I'll put the amount I have in there. And I think that should suffice. Or I might at the end put, the total amount we have left. I'm not sure. I don't know. I got to figure that part out. But we're going to go over these real fast. So house has $5 whole. I did, like I said, I ended up spending a little bit on things. I needed to take this out of somewhere. So Life Binder, I think this is supposed to go up here actually. So we have $5 in there. We have nothing in bills. My son is empty as well because we bought him socks and then all those medications, and we don't have a health one, which is on my list, by the way, for my next binder, I'm pretty sure. So I have 10, 25, 30, 5, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and $51. So I have 51 left. Like I said, I'm planning on getting a tripod, and then I also need to get a screen protector for my phone because it is jacked. So actually, I think I might leave that. My husband has $0. Brooks has 0. And we'll get to gifts in a second. So hubby, Christmas, I believe, has just $40. Yes, 40 bucks. And I might not do this every time. I'm still trying to figure out what works for me, you know? And then $5 in gifts. So Christmas, 40, gifts, $5. Okay, and then savings, I had put $5 into Eek, which I took out. I put $5 in my son's savings. I took that out. I put $5 in a new car. So it actually just has 100 now. So those are all 0 except for a new car has 100. And then I believe vacation. Let me just see really quick. I'll try to be fast. 1, 2, 3, 20, 45, 345. Just want to make sure, you never know. Oh no, is he just moving? Yes, okay. Okay, perfect. So, Eek has 0, BBB 0, vacation 345, car 100, and save has 0. Bills has, and we had to go through the debt money. That's where the money came from for his vision thing. So that was kind of a bummer. So we're gonna move this on for just a second. So let me get zoomed back in. I know that was probably a lot for you visually just then. I'm so sorry. I'll try to get most of it in frame if I can. I also just, you know, I want you guys to be able to read it as well. But anyway, so paycheck date is going to be November 15th and November 18th. So my check is gonna be $18.28. My husband's, we're guessing $15.30 from his usual full-time job. We're gonna guess $500 for his bar check. So he left early one night. He picked up 2 shifts. So it could definitely be over $500. I just, I don't know, and I don't want to go too far. Extra is typically just going to be like his cash tips. So I'm trying to think. Right now we only have, hold on. Because we've spent so much eating out and then on just some stupid stuff. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I only have $14. He's worked yesterday, today. He works Monday and Thursday. And then we have that. So I guess I could say probably $140 maybe. We'll go with 140. I really hope that that ends up being what it is. I had initially, I don't just do math that fast. I had initially wrote out 140 and I was thinking to myself like, oh, I don't know, it might be a little bit less than that, but I think 140 might actually work out just fine. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna say $320 for groceries and $140 for gas. I might take from that gas section if we don't end up needing it because Thanksgiving and we're gonna have to buy food for that. We really need to make sure to eat at home, so might just be a bigger grocery week. And then $110 for eating out. So that puts us at about $570 for our cash envelopes. So with this paycheck budget sheet, like how I've thought about using it is I have a lot of bills. So I need a large bill section right now. Because that includes my debt payments. Any payments I have for anything is always under bills. And so I needed a larger section, but it wouldn't really fit underneath the income. And I felt like it's important to have the income come first so you know what you're working with. So I kind of hop around a little bit between these four, not a big deal, I don't think. And then I leave the sinking funds for last. So we're gonna go ahead and do the bills. So we have a $604 cruise payment. This is our second to last cruise payment. I am so happy about that. It'll be so nice to have an extra $600 to work with. It's basically just gonna be used to, go towards a cruise or go towards debt, but it'll just be nice to not feel like we're crunched so much. Even with him making an extra $500 to $700 a week or every 2 weeks, it's still a lot. So Xfinity, $132, Apple Cares, $11, Affirm. So this is actually the lowest Affirm payment that we have. It's $100 left, or this is the remainder of it. So it was like just over 100. It was like 130 or maybe it was like $110. We've got to stop with the Affirms. They get ya. Okay, they get ya. So I'm going to pay off that smallest one. Excuse me, I need to take a drink. My throat is like, I feel like I'm going to lose my voice. So we're going to pay that one off. So we don't have to pay that one anymore. We have 2 more Affirms. One is another Affirm through Dick's. We bought some camping gear. And then we bought our bed through Affirm as well. So that one's going to be a while. But anyway, daycare. This is $180. And I'm going to make a line here so that I know that this is for the first check on the 15th. This is what's coming out for that. And then the lower half will be for the other check. Upstart, that's a personal loan for $545. Biggest mistake of my life. Literally the worst decision my husband and I have ever made was that personal loan. And I plan on doing a debt video. I just want to make sure that I do it correctly, and I really want there to be a purpose behind it. And I have a lot of history with debt, so I'm not sure if I want to go talk about my history or just talk about right now. So it's just more trying to figure that part out. So you'll notice here I have 2 daycares. Obviously, this is 1 week of daycare. It comes out with the 15th. She's very lenient in when we pay her, which is really wonderful. We just try to make sure that we pay her every week. And then this other daycare is for 2 weeks. So our electricity bill is going down. Yay, $107. It hasn't been that low since I think we moved in. So that's fantastic. And then anytime you see like PCC3 or UCC2, that means those are our credit cards, and they're just defined by the number of credit cards we have and which person it is. So that's why it's labeled that way, because I just don't want to write it all out. A little lazy. And then, so my husband's phone, on our last budget sheet, here, let me grab this really quick. And I actually put 58 instead of what it should be. But you'll see here, phone, I have $103, but it's, I only paid, actually it's only 50, not 58. I don't know why I put 58, but we only paid 50. So my husband has been paying his phone bill in half each time. It's given him the option of doing that, which is really wonderful. But I thought that we were going to be able to like start fresh and just like pay it all in full. And he was like, no, you were on the wrong one. Like we just paid to put it in half, if that makes sense. So I'm like, oh great. So next time his phone bill comes up, or on this last, yeah, so after this one, after this payment here, will be in full and he can pay the next one in full, if that makes sense. Anyway, so this totals $2,854. So that leaves us with a remainder of $574. So we're definitely going to put a large amount towards vacation because we're trying to buy our tickets. So I think we're going to put $200. And then it's going to be, my husband and I both need our brakes done. I need my rotors done on my car. So my husband was saying that I think both of his brakes, my brakes, and rotors, it's like $250. And that's for us to just do them ourselves. That's just the parts. So I'm trying to get us that $250 mark, hopefully before it gets too cold. But, you know, might not make that. I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do it in the cold. So that means that we have taken off $300 out of that 574. So now we have $274 to work with on our sinking funds. My husband goes through his money really quickly. That is something he is still trying to work on, but we're still gonna have a little bit high in spending right now. You know, you gotta start small and then work your way into things. We're trying our best not to eat out as much, and I think we are doing better, but there's a lot of improvement to be made. So we're each gonna get $50. So that leaves us with $124. So house, I think we're gonna give ourselves $20. Our little buffer, so I put it under bills. Bills would be for our 1 month ahead fund. I'm not actively working on that right now, but I am trying to give ourselves a little bit of a buffer each paycheck weeks. So if we go over, we have it. And that's what that is for. Christmas, we're gonna get $50. I'm trying to bring us close to 100 as possible. Gifts, $4, and debt, $40. Maybe I can pay my mom some money. That would be lovely. And that should equal $274. So perfect. So now, once I actually figure out how much we're getting paid, like the actual amount, because we should all know come Friday when he gets his bar check. And then Friday is the day that I pull the cash and I do my cash stuffing video. So on Friday, I'll know how much, and then we'll probably pull this page back out and go through what we want to put in here. Or maybe I'll do it off camera, but essentially this middle section will have how much we want to put in each one. And then at the end, like I said, either I will total it up once I put everything in our sinking fund envelopes, or I'll wait till the end of the month and just see what we have, which I think is probably what we'll do. I think that's probably it. So let me write here. November 15th and 18th. Perfect. All right, everyone. Well, that is it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed the budgeting video. And I think I might do a mid-paycheck check-in again. The week after, maybe like Thanksgiving week, just kind of do a little check-in. I don't know, I might do a short or it might be on my Instagram. My Instagram is linked on the video for you guys as well. And then, let me know what you think of this sheet. If you have suggestions, that's so wonderful. I love seeing everyone's feedback and their suggestions. If this is something that you think that you might like, please let me know. Okay, well, thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you next weekend for my cash stuffing video. All right, bye-bye.